Hey guys, it's Mandy with House of Rose, and thank you for joining me for week 2 for the Stop and Smell the Roses vlog link up. I am thankful for so many things this week. I really could talk about just a list of things, but I've narrowed it down to 2, and so I'm going to try to talk fast and get through them both without taking forever. So I know you guys have heard that there have been tornadoes all over the Midwest this week, and we actually had a tornado that hit pretty close to home for us. About 30 minutes from us in a town called Harrisburg, a tornado struck and just did tons of damage in that area. It actually killed 6 people, and hundreds of homes were destroyed, businesses, strip malls that were just flattened. And so this week, I don't think you can ever really fully understand or grasp the damage that's been done until you see it with your own eyes. And so my husband and I this past weekend drove to Harrisburg, and we just wanted to see firsthand what had happened. And so we went there, and I am telling you guys, it was heartbreaking just to see everything damaged and the homes that were just flattened and people that just had nothing. It was so heartbreaking. It was awful. It was sad. It really just made me realize how thankful I am that for my family, that we were safe, that my home is still standing, and that I'm not going through what some of those people are going through, because I just cannot even imagine living through something like that. I'm also just so thankful for the people in my area, because when you come from a small town, everybody kind of knows everybody and everybody in the surrounding areas. And Harrisburg is one of those surrounding towns that we just love. And everybody in this whole part of the state has just been so helpful to Harrisburg. Just the donations and volunteers and food and water and just so many things that people have been willing to help with. So I'm just proud to be from this area and proud of the people that live here. And so that's the first thing I'm thankful for. The second thing I'm thankful for this week has to do with Parker. And Parker, if you don't know Parker, he has just the best heart of any 4-year-old I've ever met. And I might be a little biased, but he does have just the greatest heart. So this past weekend on Sunday, we were getting ready for church, and he was carrying around a few quarters. And I was yelling at him, of course, and telling him to put the quarters back in the piggy bank, because in my mind, I was thinking, quarters, he's going to set them down, Bentley or Sloan will pick them up, put them in their mouth, somebody's going to choke, this is my mom mind. And so I had been yelling at him all morning to put the quarters back. And I thought he had put them back in the piggy bank. When we got to church that morning, he was about to get out of the car, and I realized that he still had the quarter in his hand. And so, of course, I was mad because he didn't listen to me earlier. And I was like, Parker, you cannot take that quarter into church. You have to leave that in the car. I told you to put that back. And he just looked at me with the cutest little face, and he said, but Mom, I wanted to put it in the offer. And I said, you want to put it in the offering at church? And he said, yeah, Mom, I want to give it to Jesus. I immediately was just like, oh my gosh, I felt awful for yelling about the quarter. I had no idea, just that little glimpse into his sweet little heart and why he wanted that quarter and why he was taking it to church. And so I'm just so thankful for his heart. He I just love getting a glimpse into the heart of Parker. Those are the things that I'm thankful for this week. Can't wait to see what you guys are stopping and smelling the roses about this week. See you guys soon. Can you say good morning?
Good morning.
Parker, what are you thankful for today?
My family and my animals and my house and Jesus and God and my whole family.
That's great.